If your organization API key expires, it's not dramatic, until it is. Things fail, tasks stop, people complain. In this video, you will set up one webhook, so Jira Automation warns you 7 days before expire automatically. Hey, I'm Marvin, Technical Support Engineer at DevOps at Resolution. I help admins make user management predictable. And I still don't trust anything called just a small change. In the next few minutes, you will turn API key expiration into a clean ticket and a clear alert. So picture Monday morning. First coffee is still booting. Someone pings, user thing seems broken. Another, license automation didn't run. You check logs, see auth errors, and realize the organization API key expired last week. No alert, no ticket, just chaos.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. 'Cause when it's game time.
Let's fix that with a simple pattern. Event, automation rule, notification. In enterprise setups, you don't want hero debugging. You want early signals and clear ownership. An expiring key is a perfect example. The risk is known, the date is known, and still it gets missed without automation. So our objective is straightforward. When the app detects API key expiring soon, so 7 days before expiration, Jira Automation should do something useful. It should create a priority admin ticket, or send a message to your ops channel, or send an email to the right people. Here's the solution. In User Management and License Optimizer, you can configure Atlassian automation webhooks in notification settings. And one supported trigger is exactly what we need. It's called API key expiring soon. We will connect that event to Jira Automation Incoming Webhook. So it's more or less the same approach you would use for other ops, apps, or signals. But now it's for user management. All right. Now, step by step, and jump into the demo. Okay, our first step would be to select the correct space in Jira, or in Jira JSM exactly. In our case, I have a dedicated space for all IT ops, automation rules or notifications. We would need to go to space settings and to automation. So here we will create all automation rules dedicated for this space. It's not a global automation, just for this space. You would need to create a new rule and also create it from scratch. In my case, I have already created one rule, but I will guide you now about the configuration here. So the trigger would be an incoming webhook. You can already see some more details which are not visible at the first beginning for you. It's the webhook URL and the secret. It's also not possible to change the work item criteria at the beginning. You would need to enable the rule or save it. But let's skip it and just jump to the next step. We have added this trigger, incoming webhook, and now we will select an action which should follow after the trigger. So in my case, I just will create a new work item. As explained before, you could also select an action like send an email or send a notification to the dedicated Slack or Teams channel. So let's use create a work item, select the space where the work item should be created, choose your matching issue type. In my case, it will report an incident, but yeah, you can select the type which will match your organization criteria. You would need to add a summary and a description. So the description is not mandatory, but it's recommended to add some useful information here. Now you could update or activate the rule. As soon as you have done it, you can switch back to the incoming webhook trigger and copy the webhook URL and the secret. Before we go to the next step and do the configuration in our web user management app, we will need to change the work item criteria. We will choose no work items from this webhook. This is needed to have both running. So let's change it, copy both settings and activate the rule. Now we are in our user management app. We are in the dashboard at the beginning, but we will need to go to settings and scroll down to Atlassian automation webhooks. You will need to click on add webhook. In my webhook here, I will go to Edit to show you the needed settings. Add a name and paste the automation webhook URL you have seen before in our Jira Automation. You will need also to paste your webhook secret or this automation secret here. Not only there are 2 steps left. One would be to select the matching trigger. In our case, it's the organization API key expires in 7 days. Next, it's also useful and recommended to add some notes here. These notes should, give more details about the webhook or why it was set up and when, so that everyone can follow up here. Activate the webhook and save it or update the webhook if you change something. Now you have already set up both ways, or not both ways, you have both sides more or less, the Jira Automation and our automation webhook from the app. Now we will run a test. Click this arrow button and you have the possibility to start a dedicated test for our organization, a key expiry trigger. Let's send a test webhook. You will get already some information. This information or data is only related to our app. We can see that our app app test was successful. But it's also important to go back to your Jira Automation and switch to audit log to get more details. In this table, we will find the corresponding automation audit log or event from this automation. We can already see some details, but we could expand it to get more details. Here we will see the steps from the automation rule and which one or which step runs successful or not. In our case, it was a total success. Now let's switch to our queue to see if there's also a new work item. And here it is. It's work item number 5 with a summary and some details in our description. So now we have confirmed that the connection is working. It creates an issue or maybe sends a notification based on your setup. This webhook turns a silent risk into a predictable process. No surprise outages, no detective work anymore. Your next steps: create the incoming webhook rule in Jira, copy the URL and secret, add the webhook in settings, and run 1 manual test today. Then you're done, and your future you will thank you.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine.